Welcome to everybody who's joining. We're going to go ahead and get started. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Jill Bowdon, and I'm a researcher with REL Midwest, the Regional Educational Laboratory. Today we are going to be presenting a webinar entitled Strategies to Support Evidence Use in Education. We're really excited to share with you all of the research and practitioners that we have here today for the webinar. Next slide. So before we get started, I just wanted to give everybody a little bit of a brief overview of how to use the Zoom platform. So if you aren't connected to audio, you can click the icon, the headphone icon, to join audio, and you'll find that icon in the Zoom toolbar. You can also dial in to the phone line or listen through the computer audio. Sometimes the phone actually has better audio, so I recommend that. To participate via chat, you can click on the icon of chat. You can introduce yourselves, list your name and organization, and you can also use that chat box to ask any questions that you might have for the presenters or to let us know if you're having any technical difficulties. And finally, I wanted to point out that there is closed captioning available for this webinar. So you can view that closed captioning by clicking on that icon for closed caption. Next slide. So I'm very pleased to introduce you to our presenters for today. We are joined today by Alan Daly, Kara Finnegan, Jamie Singer. Alan and Kara are both professors. Alan is the director of the Joint Doctoral Program in Educational Leadership at University of California, San Diego. And Dr. Finnegan is the director of the Educational Policy Program at University of Rochester. Jamie Singer is a senior technical assistance consultant for REL Midwest. Next slide. We are also joined by the following presenters: Liz Davis of REL Midwest, Heather Bowdon of the Ohio Department of Education. She's the Director of Research, Evaluation, and Advanced Analytics. Dr. Melissa Weber-Meyer, who's the Early Literacy Administrator for Ohio Department of Education. And then there's a picture there of me. I'm also with REL Midwest. Next slide. So just to give you an overview of what we're going to be talking about today, here is a look at our agenda. We're going to start by sharing some research on increasing information uptake, and then we'll have our practitioners talk about strategies to support evidence use in practice, and that'll be followed by a panel discussion on Ohio evidence-based intervention clearinghouse coaching. And we'll conclude today with a Q&A session. Next slide. Before we launch into the presentations for today, I wanted to give everyone an overview of what the Regional Educational Laboratory Program is. There are 10 federally funded centers spread out throughout the United States, and these centers are charged with the mission of boosting the capacity of policymakers and practitioners in our region, in the state and local education agencies, to interpret and use data, particularly to make data-informed decisions. So we work with stakeholders in our regions to do a variety of things, including applied research, but also technical assistance in the form of coaching or training, and engagement, which is bringing research findings to practitioners so that they can keep abreast of the most recent research. Next slide. As part of REL Midwest, we have a number of collaborative research partnerships. In particular, we have 5 research alliances, and the alliance that's highlighted there in yellow is the Midwest Alliance to Improve Knowledge Utilization. This is one of our alliances that brings practitioners and policymakers together in the Midwestern region to share best practices for using evidence and for using research. And this webinar is put on today on behalf of that alliance.